on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with Thompson. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Here's Smith now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ohio! Ohio!
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Set, line, 80. Hey, back up. Liz.
After the run, Smith going to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
27 to Sam.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On play action, it's Manning. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
35.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and pass. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 48 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Working from the gun, Manning. Flush to his right. Escapes the sack. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, go 56. 27's a Sam. 27's a Sam. Hey, go 56. 27's a Sam.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Purnell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Go 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra.
From the gun, it's Manning. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Crowder now to return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
I said, no, right. Yellow. Liz.
They'll run with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
Hey, gun. 15. Regular. I said.
They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, We don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And now out come the Giants. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go.
Now Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Redskins indeed leads to a touchdown. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's got room. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 76 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Manning. And his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. Go.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Yellow. 10. Line 80. 12.
Let's go. Gun.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Mario Edwards. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And New York set to take the field. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin with a run by Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Barkley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Giants on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Manning. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I said slide 80!
On third down, it's Thompson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
15. Five. You got 15. Rip. Yellow.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 12 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try the air now with Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Manning now on 1st down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
We got 3. 3 deal. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam. Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam.
Operating from the gun. Manning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam. Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
They run it here with Thompson. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Throwing now is Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Manning now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam. Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun.